Yo, it's Klone here, back with another video. I'm coming at you with my top 10 Galaxy Opal power forwards that you can buy now in NBA 2K20 Myteam. This is all going to be my opinion. Another thing to note, Carlos Boozer has dropped today because I took so long with this series and coming out with this video. So Carlos Boozer will not be in it. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that he can speed boost off rip. I know that he has range, but he'll need a shoe and a certain coach or floor general to actually get his shoe over 80. And also he's a solid he's a good defender actually, and he has solid speed, but like I don't know his animations. But enough with that, let's get into the list. At number 10, I have a 6'8" power forward, small forward, and Antoine Jamison. The reason why he's coming in at 10 is because I would never use someone 6'8" at power forward, and I still feel like 6'8" is not that tall. Like, it's still not good enough for me as small forward. Of course, he has really good stats. You know, he like at this, like when he came out I believe a week or two ago. You know, everybody can do everything. He doesn't have the greatest tendencies, so he's not really going to be the greatest guard in the perimeter. Of course, he has good shooting badges, but he just isn't a card. He's just basically like, he's a solid card. Also, unlike me, most people can't get with the LaMarcus Aldridge base, and that is the base he has. And yeah, he's just not, he's an okay card. He's definitely a good pickup, but I feel like he's just not tall enough for me. And I'm not even the biggest fan of LaMarcus Aldridge base. It's just, you know, I can get it down if it's on Hall, using Hito Turgaloo a lot, but I would prefer a regular type shot. I don't like the look of it. But yeah, that's my number 10, Antoine Jamison. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9, we have Elton Brand, a 6'9" power forward center, and that is the reason why he's coming in at 9. You know, he has solid stats, that 3-point shooting, similar to what I said about Carlos Boozer. Just add a shoe, he's over 80. I didn't show his badges yet, but he does have range. He's not the super fastest, but I mean, you wouldn't really, you will survive with the not super fastest power forward, in my opinion. He's not the greatest defender. He's a little better on the inside compared to someone like Antoine Jamison. So if you do play him at power forward, he'll be good at guarding inside. Of course, he has a lot of good shooting badges. Well, a lot of good badges overall, not shooting badges. As you see, he does have gold range. Overall, it's just me more so. He has solid animation, solid jump shot, but at the same time, he's 6'9". I would never play anyone. Really, I prefer to have 2 giants on the floor, but like 2 mobile giants. So I don't know if I have any examples. I don't. But I would never play someone at 6'9" at power forward. I prefer people that's 6'9" at small forward. So for me, he's just too short. That's why he's coming in at number 9. But let me show y'all number 8. At number 8, I have Shawn Kemp, a 6'10" power forward. Now that's better. He of course has great stats, solid ball handling. He has really good defense, solid outside defense. At a shoe, he has a great steal. He's going to be able to get rebounds. He's fast. He's strong. His tendencies is not really too great. On the inside it is though, so at a power forward position he's okay. Of course he has good badges. At this point in the game, everybody really has good badges. I'm just gonna go through the badges. But the reason why he comes in at number 8 is because his jump shot is a little weird, and his dribbling animations aren't the greatest in the world, and his jump shot's a little weird, honestly. Of course, he's going to dunk on almost everybody. He has 100 drop and dunk tendency. Add that with the 96 drop and dunk. It should be a 99, honestly, for what Shawn Kemp is known for dunking. But like I said, he just doesn't have the greatest animations, and that's really what it came down to with him. That's what placed him at number 8. And it was honestly a toss-up between number 8 and number 7. But let me show you who I ended up choosing out of that battle. At number 7, I ended up choosing Pau Gasol, a 7-foot power forward / center. And After Evo, he has really good stats. His drive and dunk could be better, but throw a shoe on him, and he'll have a 91 drive and dunk. Floor general for ball handle, although I prefer shoes just in case, just to be safe. I just like being able to see that 86. His steal is terrible, but his defense inside and outside of that steal is actually really good. He's going to be able to grab rebounds. He's not the fastest, nor is he the fastest moving. He has solid strength, and he's not the greatest laterally. Now, I know you're probably like, why would he choose him? It's not because of the tendencies, although he does have solid tendencies on inside. I was just going to show y'all the tendencies. And he does have solid badges. And the reason why I ended up choosing him, because I know you're probably looking like gold clamps. He has quick first step on goal. Like, he could be better. Honestly, it just came down to the fact that he's 7 foot. That's literally all. I would rather have a 7 foot center. That I actually like Pau Gasol's jump shot also, and his defense is actually really good too. On the inside, like the blocking shots thing. When I had to Evo my Pau Gasol before I showed him, the blocking shots wasn't hard at all, and I was switching from TTO, like TT online, TT offline, and doing some offline challenges. And Pau Gasol didn't disappoint with the jump shot or playing defense. It's just more so I didn't like his dribbling animations. Of course, I don't like his clamps as much, but I'd rather have gold clamps and a big player than half clamps. But like, they're really non-factors besides the fact that they have half clamps, and that's all it came down to. But yeah, that's why I came to Pau Gasol. Let's move on to number 6. I'm actually not going to leave to find him because he's right here. Chris Webber is my number 6 power forward. I know you look at from his to Pau Gasol, there's a bunch of pluses, but Chris Webber is better all around. You know, he can do everything on offense. He can handle the ball. He can handle the ball off rip. He doesn't need anything to make him handle the ball. He can play defense everywhere slightly. He gets slightly worse blocking an interior for improved perimeter and much improved steal. Add shoot to those are above 90. He has solid offense. Well, he has good offensive and defensive rebounding. He's going to be fast. He's going to be solidly fast with the ball, with that 89 speed with ball. He's not the strongest, but he's going to be pretty strong with that 94 strength. And he's good laterally. Also, one thing I took note of, I believe, no, it wasn't him. Ignore that. He doesn't have the greatest tendencies. And his badges are also pretty good as well. As you see, he actually has half clamps. He has half unpluckable too, intimidator, which I don't think his pink diamond had. So much improved. And then whatever he doesn't have up there, he's going to have it on gold. So he's going to be pretty solid. And the reason why I chose Chris Webber over Pau Gasol or somebody like Shawn Kemp, because they seem fairly similar, was because while I don't like Shawn Kemp's jump shot, I like Pau Gasol's jump shot, and I don't like Chris Webber's jump shot, but it's easier to get than some of the people that's lower than him. He's also better all around. I don't have Shawn Kemp here, but I remember his standard dunk tendency was like a 90 or something like that. So Chris Webber actually has hundreds down the line when it comes to just trying to dunk, which I know that Shawn Kemp didn't have. And Pau Gasol, while he's going to try to dunk on a drive, I mean, you're not really going to want to dribble the ball with Pau Gasol. While Chris Webber has good dribbling animations as well for a power forward. Only flaw is he can't play small forward, which would be something that I would rather see out of a card like Chris Webber, even though he didn't play small forward. But it would just be better to have a 6'10 small forward power forward than a 6'10 center. But I digress. Chris Webber comes in at number 6. Let's move on to my top 5. At number 5, I have Blake Griffin, who is also a 6'10 center. Of course, he can do everything. He can score anywhere on the floor. He has solid ball handling. His steal isn't great as well, but he has really good block and interior. A little bit lower than Chris Webber, but you know, he's still going to be solid. He has solid rebounding. He's pretty fast. He's strong. He's okay. He's okay laterally. his tendencies aren't really going to blow you away too crazy, but he does have solid shot contest, so he's going to try to contest the shot. And he also has pretty good badges as well, as you see. I kind of just zoomed through that a little bit, but I mean, just go on MT Central to see if you want to see that bad. I ain't mean to zoom that fast, but I digress. I chose Blake Griffin to be in the top 5 because Blake Griffin's dunk animations are annoying, hard to stop once he's starting to go for the dunk. He has a pretty good jump shot, unlike someone like Chris Webber. I actually can get Blake Griffin's jump shot down. I actually enjoy his shot. Some people don't, but I personally do. Also, he does have solid dribbling animations. He's not going to be a primary ball handler, but he's solid enough to get from one side to the other, which usually will end up with a dunk or a 3, because he's also a solid shooter in my opinion, since I like his shot, of course. Blake Griffin's always been annoying on defense to me, just because he's solid at intercepting the ball, but I don't think that has to do with his tendency. I'm pretty sure that just has to do with somebody being in the right position. But he does have a solid pass interception. It's not the greatest, and he does have a solid on ball steal. But at the end of the day, Blake Griffin is somebody that you actually are going to want at power forward, guarding another power forward, and he will be solid at it. Like I said, it really just came down to his jump shot and his dunking animations that makes him a little bit harder to guard. That's really what it just came down to. Like I said, this is my opinion. Now let's move on to the top 4. Number 4, we have Aaron Gordon, who is a 6'9" power forward / small forward, similar to everyone else that we've gone over as we gotten higher in this list. He can do everything, although his post hook and post moves are in the 80s, but I mean they're 89, 88. So I'm pretty sure floor general actually will increase that too. So all you need is a silver floor general, and that's an 89. That's a 9190. So albeit these basically great stats on offense. He can handle the ball. He has really good defense, all around defense. He's fast, he's strong, he can get rebounds. His dunk tendencies are actually really good, as you see. I mean, it's Aaron Gordon. What can we possibly expect? He doesn't have the greatest on ball steal tendency, so he's not going to get all bumpy, but he's still going to be solid. I mean, just thanks to his stats and his size, he does have a nice player model. He has good badges, as you see, and yeah, he's going to be really good. And the reason why I chose him over someone like Blake Griffin, Chris Webber, he's basically that mix of Blake Griffin and Chris Webber. If I remember correctly, Aaron Gordon has that Clyde Drexler type release, and if you watch my point guard video, you would know. If you watch my point guard and my shooting guard video, you would know I don't necessarily hate that release. Some people do, some people don't. I'm one of the people that don't, so I'm not going to fault him for having that release. So imagine a mix of Chris Webber, someone who can handle the ball a bit, but Blake Griffin, a shot that I prefer and will dunk on anybody. That's Aaron Gordon. And let him play better defense while being able to play small forward. I mean, yeah, he loses an extra inch, but still, he loses an extra inch, few badges. But I mean, overall, I'd rather go up against Chris Webber and Blake Griffin, for example, at the power forward position than have to worry about Aaron Gordon at the small forward position. That's me, might not be you, but let's move on to somebody that's similar to Aaron Gordon, but just slightly better. So at number 3, I have Darius Miles, another power forward, small forward, 6'9" player. He has no post hook, although post hooks are broken in this game, so I wouldn't shoot post hooks unless I have a good height over somebody, a good size advantage. And if that's the case, it's just basically like taking a wide open layup, which they're going to make almost every time. So he can shoot. He's of course going to dunk. He can handle the ball. He can play defense. He has good rebounding. He has good speed. He's not super strong, but he has solid strength at his shoe, and it'll be better. His tendencies aren't the greatest on defense, but it's solid with a 60 on ball, 55 pass interception, and He also has solid badges, as you see. Off Unpluckable is one that you should probably take note of. Yeah, and handles for days. Like, he has solid badges, and those two badges that I really went over are just saying an example. He's like Aaron Gordon, but you'd rather have him handle the ball a little bit more than Aaron Gordon. Plus, Darius Miles has a more, how do you say, a streamlined jump shot. So people will like Darius Miles' jump shot more than Aaron Gordon. Of course, Darius Miles will be dunking the ball nearly as much as Aaron Gordon, although his alley-oop tendency isn't too high. It's solid at a 75. So he's basically like Aaron Gordon, but more people can use him. More people will be able to use him, and that's why he came in at number 3, just because he's like Aaron Gordon, but streamlined for everyone. But enough with my top 3. Let's move on to my top 2. At number 2, I have Larry Bird. He's a 6'9" power forward / small forward. Larry Bird is a little bit older than a couple players on this list, so he's not going to be as everything. Well, he'll be good at almost everything. It's just he's not going to be the same. Like, for example, that driving dunk is an 85 regular, 80 standing dunk. Well, not even if Larry Bird. They have the GOAT Larry Bird, who has 99 everything, basically. But, of course, he has a good fade. He can score from anywhere. Larry Bird can at least initiate contact dunks, which is good. He can handle the ball. He can defend everywhere. He's not the fastest, but, I mean, like with my coach, who's Mike Malone, he moves on to an 83 speed, so he has solid speed. He's not the strongest at this point in the game with only an 85 strength, but he's still going to be solid. Who was it? I believe it was Shawn Kemp or Pau Gasol or Chris Webber, one of those, who I almost reacted to the tendency like, oh yeah, his tendency was great. No, that was just me thinking about Larry Bird. I just didn't know Larry Bird's tendencies was this solid. 81 on ball is actually pretty good. 74 pass interception is actually really good, because I don't know how, but he always end up with the ball in his hands on defense, just always end up intercepting. So I don't know, that 74 be feeling like 100 sometimes, but he has good badges. Of course, I mean, he's Larry Bird, Larry Legend to be exact. He has really good badges though, like I said. And one thing I like to take note of is that he does have pogo stick. That was the only problem with the pink diamond that I had earlier in the year, was the pogo stick problem. Although that was also before people started paying attention to a lot of badges like Unpluckable and things like that. But overall, if you don't feel like grinding for the GOAT Larry Bird, the 50 games, I know my little brother can't beat those 50 games, although he's only 8. But if you're like that, where you can't beat those 50 games, but you want a Larry Bird, or you want a Larry Bird to last you until you beat those 50 games, this Larry Bird honestly is a great Larry Bird to choose, a great player overall. I honestly almost took him over my number 1. It's just that I feel like while this Larry Bird can dunk and has solid speed, my number 1 can do everything even better. But yeah, let me show y'all actually who that number 1 is. At number 1, we have a 6'9" power forward / small forward, Onyekuru Congo. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. It kind of hurts me to put a 17-year-old player. I think he might be 18 now though. Don't quote me on that though. I don't pay attention to college basketball. Only time I only pay attention to the stars, because I like the draft. I like from start of the NBA to end of the NBA. I don't care about your B4 for unless you're on the NBA radar. So, but yeah, I digress. We have a 17-year-old player, which kind of pains me. I'm 21 and talking about a 17-year-old guy in a 2K game, which is crazy. Makes me feel old. But regardless, he's going to be able to score from anywhere. Honestly, once there's 3-pointers really over like an 80 to 85, once it's over that, it's all about, can you really green it? Like, cause I don't play without a meter, so I don't even expect to make white. So for I just need a good enough rating to have a good green window. And Onyekuru Congo does offer that with that 86.3. He's a better dunker than my number 2, Larry Bird. He can handle the ball. He has great defense, nearly perfect. With a defensive leader though, someone else with defensive leader, I do believe that makes him go to perfect defense. Same thing with the lateral quickness. He has really good strength. He's fast. He can grab rebounds. He has a very long wingspan also. And add that to the fact he can defend from anywhere. Now I know I said I wouldn't play anyone at 6'9" at the power forward, but if someone was, I'm not gonna just try to body Onyekuru Congo because I already know he has that block shot tendency. So if someone's all balling, he's probably gonna try to block my shot, and with the long wingspan, he's probably gonna be able to do it, unless I'm Kareem doing the sky hook, which is basically unblockable. But that's the only case. Or it could be someone with good timing and end up blocking the shot, or just contesting it a bit. The sky hook can be contested every once in a while. So with Onyekuru Congo, someone that even has GOAT Kareem has to keep in mind that he has nearly perfect defense. Or you could put him on the perimeter, and then he's just basically gonna be Michael Jordan better, because he's bigger, longer wingspan, and have better, if not better, very similar defensive tendencies. Onyekuru Congo as my number 1. That is my top 10 list. Overall, if you enjoyed the video though, please like, comment what players you think I ranked correctly. If I missed anyone, I know I didn't include a few people that some people might like Kyle Kuzma. People might like him. I didn't choose him though. He isn't cutting it for me. But also, I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the summer. So if you like content like this, and let's say you check out some of my older videos, then please subscribe. I'll stop holding y'all, man. Catch y'all in the next one.